is now making 1 in every 5 iPhones sold around the world, putting the country at the heart of Apple's ambitious global expansion. In the last financial year, India's factories assembled and shipped a record number of Apple devices, marking a dramatic shift for both the company and the nation's booming sector. Once famous for Delhi mangoes and old Bollywood reels, India now rubs shoulders with Silicon Valley as the birthplace of millions of iPhones each year. Imagine that. Every time you see 5 people snapping selfies everywhere on the planet, odds are that one is using a phone that took its first breath here in India. That's a technological leap as bold as leaping across the Ganges. This year, Apple's India operations crossed a major milestone. 1 in 5 iPhones worldwide now begins its journey at an Indian plant, according to official company filings. Nearly 12% of Apple's entire global production value now comes from India, a jump that's turning heads in boardrooms from California to Beijing. Now let's hear some key facts of Apple iPhone production in India. Apple produced $22 billion worth of iPhones in India between March 2024 and March 2025. That's a whopping 60% rise from 2024. Local assembly doesn't just help Apple's bottom line. It lets them dodge the steep 16% customs duty slapped on imported devices, helping keep prices competitive for Indian buyers. Also, Apple's India sales hit a record $9 billion, driven mostly by the iPhone, MacBook, iPad and AirPods. But services are still a small slice of the pie. So, if you're an Indian techie, entrepreneur or just a proud parent whose child dreams about designing gadgets, this is not just a news, it's a baton being passed. Indian workers now help power Apple's most premium devices, including the high-end iPhone Pro and Pro Max series. Foxconn, Apple's main supplier, is set to double its Indian production facilities by the end of 2025, sending more jobs and training opportunities up and down the country's supply chain. Now, let's just have a look at the ripple effects. More jobs in tech and manufacturing, then big infrastructure investment with factories and training centers multiplying. Besides, a boost for domestic retailers as locally made iPhones become more affordable. Millions more Indians are joining the smartphone revolution. Globally, the Americas still account for lion's share of Apple's revenue with $178.4 billion. That is 43% of the company's total. But the twist is a growing slice of those profits owes thanks to made in India devices. Europe and Greater China still bring in big bucks, but with every new store opening in India and the Middle East, Tim Cook's busiest period looks set to get busier still. In the race for tech leadership, India is not just dipping its toes, it's making waves big enough to carry Apple's flagship products all the way to global markets. As Tim Cook put it, with a better ever lineup and new stores blossoming in places like Delhi and Dubai, the future is ringing loud and clear from Indian soil. So next time you dial in on an iPhone, remember there are millions of hands in India working behind the scenes, making sure that call connects, your selfie shines, and the world feels just a little bit smaller. Like a tree planting its root wide and deep, India's apple orchard is now in full bloom and the fruits are there for the world to enjoy. Tell us your thoughts in the comments. Please like, share and subscribe to The Edge.